What up, though, and welcome back to Lions Nation Unite. I am Eazy. Make sure you guys smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share this video to one of your Detroit Lions friends. And comment down below your biggest takeaways from the Detroit Lions preseason game against the Los Angeles Chargers. Today, I will be sharing mine, starting with number one, Isaac Tesla. I'm done with just taking the training wheels off the expectations here. I'm done with trying to limit down, calm people down from the hype with this guy. It's there. Brad Holmes traded 3 third-round picks for Isaac Tesla. I was one of the guys who criticized that trade. I didn't criticize the player because I think once you heard Brad Holmes out and you saw a little bit of the tape, you saw the traits. It's like, okay, well, that actually could be something special, especially given Brad Holmes' track record in drafting late round guys. The trade was gross because I felt like at the time those third-round picks in a Super Bowl window could have been used to seal the deal come trade deadline, whether via injury, knock on wood, or just acquiring that extra piece of the deadline to take you over the top and get you into that Super Bowl game at the end of the year. However, Isaac Tesla makes all that easily forgettable. I mean, he's looked great in camp. I don't know if you guys have seen the highlights. He's looked phenomenal in camp, making plays, particularly on a defensive back that's kind of always getting plays made out. I'm shot the boodle, but ugh. But either way, Isaac Tesla coming across last night, 2 receptions, 46 yards, if I'm not mistaken, one on a crosser where he catches the ball about, I want to say 10 yards deep, 11 yards deep. But with a 6-foot frame, is still able to climb up the field for an extra 10 or 11 yards and put his shoulder down to end it too. Great hands. Shout out to Isaac Tesla. Another crosser going the other way too. He did have a route we got bumped off of. Probably should have been a flag, and that led to an interception for Kyle Allen. We'll talk about the quarterbacks later. We're going to talk about good stuff first. But Isaac Tesla, I mean, we might have got one, to be honest with you guys. For fun, for spits and giggles, comment down below your stat line for Isaac Tesla in the regular season this year. I'll start it. You can tell me if I'm crazy or not. I don't know. I think he's really good. Tim Patrick ahead of him in the role. He'd probably be playing this offense, but I'm going to go with 293 yards and 3 touchdowns for Isaac Tesla on the 2025 NFL season. Am I crazy? You guys let me know. Comment down your stat prediction for Isaac Tesla. Is that low? I mean, he might be on Tim Patrick's butt a little bit here. I'm being honest with you. Yeah, I get there's stuff he needs to work on in his releases. There may be stuff he needs to work on in his route running. But Isaac Tesla, as a product right now, is looking phenomenal. Shout out to him. Oh, don't even forget the boring stuff. Great at run blocking. We saw it last night. Also, as a gunner on special teams, just absolutely. I mean, this guy had no chance to block Isaac Tesla. He's down there and just as quick as the ball got there, and the returner all up in his grill, all up in his monkey with nowhere to go. Isaac Tesla, my biggest takeaway from the Detroit Lions preseason game by far. I think probably the best player I saw in that game last night for the Detroit Lions. Trey Lance looks phenomenal. Staying positive, Ahmed Hassani. These are fan favorites. These are the guys as Lions fans have put up some high praise for, despite the draft situations or where they were drafted at, I should say. Draft position. There's the word I'm looking for. Ahmed Hassani looked the part and played the part. Ahmed Hassani, they weren't running the football on Ahmed Hassani. I know he played more the back half against the third strings and stuff like that too, but he was making the plays regardless, and he looked the part regardless. I think he had 4 tackles, and he almost sacked Trey Lance. I think he tell you himself, Trey Lance was a little bit too quick for him on that one. Ahmed Hassani, I don't know if I'm ready to kick the training wheels off. I still think there's some developmental traits there when it comes to rushing the passer, but just the football player, the Dan Campbell guy, just the high motor, the ferociousness, that is all there. And it is easy to spot out there on the football field. I mean, he's rocking that number 61. I appreciate him for rocking the 61. You know how much confidence you have to rock 61 at defensive end? I mean, you got to be a dog. You got to just not even care about that. His thoughts are on the football field, getting to the quarterback or getting to the ball carrier. I respect it. Ahmed Hassani, one of my biggest takeaways, probably my second biggest takeaway from the first preseason game for the Detroit Lions. Number 3 for me, a veteran guy that I don't even know if I want out there anymore because he's been looking so great in camp, and he's looking so good last night. It is Rock Ya-Sin. Rock Ya-Sin, I don't believe, was targeted at all last night. And then on top of that, too, he had a 1v1 open field situation with a running back who, if you guys know, I mean, quarterbacks aren't supposed to be able to tackle. Like that's just you're supposed to. They don't even. Deion Sanders, one of the greatest of all time, made business decisions. Would even tackle certain guys. Rocky Sin wrapped up this running back by the leg and threw him down to the ground, and stopped him from scoring a touchdown in the red zone. I, I know that's just one play, but if you couple that with not getting targeted, you couple that with what I've seen out of camp this year, Rocky Sin a lock to make this roster, and I'd say so much so that like I'm ready to bench him. I'm ready to like be done seeing him at training camp, or see him done with these preseason reps because I think he is pretty damn good. Probably a third best cornerback on this team. That's where we turn a little bit into the a negative thing, and it's more so me being accountable for things that I've said on this channel, where I've told you I think Ennis Rakestraw would push for Terran Arnold's job. First and foremost, Terran Arnold looks phenomenal in camp. He wasn't in pads last night because he's locked. He's locked in to be a starter. Secondly, Ennis Rakestraw looked rough. Um, I could throw the excuse out there that he's dealing with the chest contusion. I saw him, grabbing at it last night, but he did get beat on a wrap real bad down the right sideline and that for catch. And then he also got penalized for hands to the face too. Um, I don't know if he's fully healthy from the chest contusion situation. I don't know if he's like battling to make the roster or just we know these type of guys they draft. They draft the guys that it's going to be hard to get them off the field, and I think that's what we're seeing right now for Ennis Rakestraw. He may need to break to be what we expect him to be or what he's expecting of himself. I don't think we're getting that right now out of Ennis Rakestraw as a little bit of a disappointment. But it's the first game of preseason. I'm not freaking out, and that's where we'll transition to another piece where I don't want you guys to freak out. I want people to be a little bit patient. And it is the quarterback situation. I'll start with Kyle Allen. I believe he was 9 for 14, 2 picks. One was bad. First one was bad. No excuses for that. Second one, you could argue Isaac Tesla got knocked off his route a little bit there, but I still believe he probably would have he sailed that ball a little bit too far ahead either way, and that obviously helped the cornerback. I'm sorry, the safety go grab that from there on. I think there was a drop too. I believe it was Lovett across the middle for like a 15-yard gain, which we'll talk about him as well. But Kyle Allen, he's better than Nate Sudfeld. I guess I could say that. There's just not a lot to say about these quarterbacks, to be honest with you guys. If I'm holding myself accountable, I was a Hendon Hooker guy when he was initially drafted by Brad Holmes. Brad Holmes was a Hendon Hooker guy when he initially got drafted. Obviously, that's why he drafted him. That's why he made the moves to land Hendon Hooker in the draft. But I'll break it down the situation for you. And shout out to Kyle Allen for kind of being the one to put it in this light, in this perspective. So the offense of an NFL team, typically when you have a guy like Jared Goff, is built around the skill sets of your starting quarterback, Jared Goff. This offense is very much a timing and rhythm offense. Drop back, you're supposed to be here, bam, I get the ball out. Last year, I think Jared Goff was one of the quickest quarterbacks, one of the quickest releases amongst quarterbacks in the National Football League last year, and it's for that very reason. He is his third year. 3.5 years, arguably, in that offense at that point. He knew it like the back of his hand. That's why when he was getting blitzed, bang, the ball was out in somebody's hands. Kyle Allen mimics that as an athlete or as a quarterback at the national football level. Like he is very much that timing and rhythm type quarterback. The issue with Hendon has been he was in a gimmicky offense with Tennessee, and then he also has a beautiful ball, and he has athletic traits that just he relies on those too much. If that makes sense, right? He's never really allowed himself to sit back there and get the timing and all that stuff out because he's been like, I want to make a play, I want to make a play, I want to make a play. So that's been like the struggle or just the transformation for Hendon Hooker, and it's kind of tough to see it when he's out there with the third string guys that one can't catch balls and two damn sure can't block. It sounds like he'll be starting the next time out. They're just rotating that. I won't read too much into Kyle Allen starting this game. I did initially until post game. Hearing Dan Campbell talk a little bit about it. And like I said, Hendon Hooker's probably going to start that second preseason game. Too early to freak out. I'm not going to be out here on Twitter, screaming for Ryan Tannehill or. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love that, but like I'm just it's too early to be at that point with it, right? We're still, I mean, it's the first preseason game of the entire preseason, guys. We got to relax a little bit. Let's maybe week 2 we can start some freakouts, but from now, I'm chilling. I'm not going to do that right now. Uh, Another takeaway I promised you guys throughout the process of this was Dominic Lovett. Had a drop, had the ball ripped from him, had some moments. Ultimately, a lot of you guys are saying he's going to take Khalif Raymond's job. You should apologize now. Get ahead of it. Dominic Lovett. Hopefully he survives it and makes it to the practice squad. I don't think he's gonna make the 53-man roster. I think there's some potential there for sure. I think he's fast, but just this team specifically, and just in the NFL in general, I think he's got to toughen up a bit, if that makes sense, and in a respectful way too. If this comes across his Twitter feed or whatever it is, like he just like I saw him get jammed off the one on ones against Rocky Sin, restarted the rep, and the Rocky Sin still made a play on that ball in that situation. Last night he had a drop, a couple bobbled catches, and then he also had a situation where it should have been a beautiful deep ball from Hendon Hooker to Dominic Lovett, and he just has it ripped away from him by the defender. Like I don't want to call in the question his mentality, but just like it's another level of football. It's NFL football, and so like the guys you're playing against are just a little bit more aggressive, a little bit stronger, a little bit faster, and I think he's having a tougher time adjusting to that than the 6'4", 4'4" guy in Isaac Tesla, and then that's just, I mean, that's fine. And Isaac Tesla's a big dude. He's strong dude. That's a little bit different situation for him, but Dominic Lovett, not in love with the stuff I saw out of him. Grant Stewart, I really like the stuff I saw out of him, the linebacker that we just signed from the Indianapolis Colts. What other notes did I have on here too? Rocky Sin, Rakestraw, Lovett, Grant Stewart. I think we got it all. Giovanni Manu, I liked in the run game reps. To be honest, I got to run back to have strong takeaways for him because I really want to watch him in pass blocking situations. He came a little bit earlier because Big Dan Skipper rolled his ankle. It was reported that he was walking around with the boot. Not concerned about that one. Probably again just an ankle strain. If you guys met Dan Skipper, the man's 6'7", 300-something pounds. It's that ankle's hurting. That's gonna take some time to heal. But yeah, these are my biggest takeaways from the Detroit Lions preseason game against the Los Angeles Chargers. Make sure you guys comment down below your biggest takeaways, and make sure, don't forget, your Isaac Tesla stat line down below. I need to know. Until next time, I'm out.